Hopefully you've seen at least one of my 2 prior videos on the facilitator coach role and on the first interview by the facilitator or coach. This is the 3rd in the series of posters that I've created to both help the facilitator or coach perform her job in the collaborative divorce process, and also, quite frankly, this poster helps me. I have it posted in my conference room, and I use it to educate my clients, to keep them on top of their game, to keep them sensitive to emotional issues that may disrupt the dispute resolution process. So, Client Stoplight, what are the signs that you are getting upset? And I have a little stoplight here. Green is for go, obviously, my favorite color. Calm, little or no anger or hurt. You're good, you're green to go. Yellow, well, there's some anger or hurt. I'm starting to feel some negativity. Is it time to take a break? Maybe not yet, but I should be paying more attention to what's going on. Red, there's so much anger or hurt that you're losing your sense. You're losing your ability to reason, to be rational. So what are your personal signs for when you are entering the yellow zone? And I talk to my clients about this. I'm a lawyer, but many facilitators also have this poster up in their offices because it's a good educational poster. I have it up in my conference room because during full team meetings, I like my clients to be able to look at it and say, oh, wait, yeah, okay, that reminded me, and I don't feel good. I need to talk to Joryn separately, right? So physical signs. There are physical signs for when you're entering the yellow zone. Maybe it might be time to take a break. You need to be thinking about that. You might be sweating. You might be breathing a little faster. You might have an increased heartbeat. You might be feeling certain emotions. Are you feeling hurt or betrayed? Are you irate? Do you feel deceived? Are we talking about deception here? Are you remembering being deceived? Are you offended? Are you feeling cheated? Are you remembering being cheated on? All of those things can be provoking you into getting into the red zone where you're going to be making some poor decisions if we don't take a break. And then you might be having certain thoughts. What thoughts might be uppermost in your mind when you're entering into the yellow zone? Well, he's such a liar, or I'm so mad I'm going to lose it, or she can't treat me that way. I'm so mad I'm going to spit. We have these actual thoughts that are sort of out loud inside your head, and if you have those thoughts, this might be time to think about taking a break. Now, how do you calm yourself down? Well, you ask for a break, and then you focus on these things. Sometimes my clients have actually told me that they've looked at this and they've taken a little break up here in the room, and they may not have been paying attention for 15 seconds, but they managed to calm themselves down. You focus on other things. You don't think about the fact that he lied or that he cheated. Now, if you're outside the room, you might take a walk. You might focus on belly breathing. You might journal. You might engage in the 5-item counting method, which you can look up on the internet. Emotionally, you might compartmentalize. Now, this always sounds like a bad word, but it's not necessarily a bad word. Compartmentalize. Take those thoughts and put them in a box and put them over here. Okay? I'm not thinking about that right now. I don't need to think about that right now. It's not helpful to think about that right now. So compartmentalize. Replace those negative feelings with positive feelings. Remember, he agreed to get this divorce collaboratively. She agreed to do this collaboratively. That's a very positive thought because collaborative is a choice. So you replace the negative thoughts with positive ones. Substitute, well, this is the same thing. Substitute negative thoughts with positive ones, and this was substitute negative feelings with positive feelings. And then proactively, how do you avoid getting upset? Well, do your homework. Review the agenda ahead of time so you're not surprised by anything. Listen actively. Don't hear what you expect to hear. Listen carefully to what's actually being said. And if someone else repeats what your spouse just said, listen, because it sounds different. One of my clients told me this. It sounds different when someone else in the room says the same thing my husband just said. Use I statements, not you statements. You statements are not good. They're not healthy. They don't help. So use I statements. If you use I statements, you're less active to send your partner into the red zone, right? Do not try to control what's happening in the room. Try to speak normally, control your voice, and avoid interrupting. All of these things will help you stay in the green zone, help you get to a resolution that you can live with, be happy with, that your family will be happy with, and that will not cost you nearly as much if you had to go to court.